Hi guys! Today we are going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be asking us questions that Crystal doesn't know, the questions I have written down, and I don't know the questions she has written down. And it'll just be something fun that you can get to know us a little bit better.
And we also tied in some ocean shores into it too. So you can get to know us as well as getting to know ocean shores a little bit better.
To go first.
Okay, I'll ask you my question first. Okay. Having lived near the lake and near the Jetty area, which area would you rather live and why?
Me personally, I love living like near Duck Lake only because I do love living close to the beach, but it's very windy where I live, and at times like so windy my trash can blows over in the winter time. Me personally, I love living closer to like Duck Lake, and I was a little spoiled because when I first moved here we rented a house right on Duck Lake and it was just like magical. So for me, I love the Duck Lake side.
That's what I thought you would say, but I just wanted to hear your side.
It is nice being close, like super close to the ocean and just like walking distance. The summer's beautiful, but I like trees. I like being by the lake. My first question for you is, the past 2 years of living here, what has been the best part about living in Ocean Shores for your kids?
For my kids, I think definitely one of the best things is just getting them to be out in nature more. I mean, living in the city, everything was like a 20 or 30 minute drive away. And so living here, we have the beach is 5 minutes away. The trails are 5 minutes away. There's a lot of outdoorsy stuff to do, and it's just nice. And then they go to a school with a small amount of kids versus just being a sea of faces. This school with so many kids, you just get to know people on a more personal level, and you run into the same people over and over again, and it's just kind of, it's nice.
I remember just being so shocked that the kids get picked up and dropped off at the bus stop right in front of, or there's not even bus stops, they just drop them off at their house.
Yeah.
And they do that for all the kids?
They do that for all the kids. And then literally somebody picked up my daughter in the front, and then there's another kid that catches the bus like a house down and across the street. And so she stopped at our house, and then she went like 5 feet and then stopped again in front of his house. So it's very safe. You don't have to worry about, if you're a working parent, you don't have to worry about your kids like going down the street and around the corner and something happening to them. Like, they're always in our camera that's outside of our house. So very safe.
That's so cool.
Now, my next question for you, this has nothing to do with Ocean Shores, but what's your favorite comedy movie of all time?
Oh. This is a hard one because I am not a movie person.
Or drama, like, or any movie of all time.
Okay. My favorite movie of all time. I literally fall asleep in every movie. I love Bridesmaids. I love like movies like that.
That's a good like, comedy,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Bridesmaids. What do your kids like doing for fun in Ocean Shores?
Well, besides staying home and playing video games, when they do get outside of the house, they like riding their bikes. Actually, my son, he likes to ride his bike a lot, or we'll go hiking on the trails. So he likes that. And my youngest loves to go to the playground. She calls it the Blue Playground. It's like one of the nicest parks here. She loves going there. And surprisingly, we don't go to the beach that much. When family is in town, we'll go more often, but we don't go to the beach that much. The weird thing about my kids is they don't like getting sand in their shoes. So when we do go, we just walk barefoot on the beach, and that's really fun. And there's this place in Ocean Shores. It has an arcade, and I'm blanking out on the name of it right now, but you know what I'm talking about. It's
Pacific Paradise.
Pacific Paradise, yeah. They love going there, and another thing they love doing is going swimming at the community pool. There's a lot of stuff that they like to do here, especially during the summer when it's nice and sunny. So,
And one of the nice things about the parks here is they're so clean. Like, I remember the first time going into, I think it was that park here down the street.
oh, the small one, yeah. Bill Ellis.
Yeah. The bathroom is immaculate. Like, no one uses
yeah.
it, you know?
They're all like that.
They're very well maintained.
Yes.
Besides, like, the deer poop or duck poop and things like that. But
And I think part of it is because, I mean, they maintain them really well, but there's no homeless people here that just kind of go in and out, or like kids that do, I don't know. It's just,
people leaving trash everywhere.
yeah, it's different from the city. It's very clean and very well cared for.
Definitely.
Next question for you. If you could live anywhere in Washington State besides Ocean Shores, where would you live?
If I could live anywhere. So anywhere in Washington, I would have to be on the water. I could live anywhere. That's a tough one.
Would you go back to the city, or would you go someplace?
I don't think I would go back to the city. And this is shocking to me now because moving here, we thought we would be here a year, and but now I've grown so accustomed to the peaceful life here, not having traffic. But I would live somewhere on the water. I have to think about that one. Ooh, you have good questions today. I might live like up the road in Pacific Beach with a view of the water.
Oh, okay.
Which is surprising because it's even farther out.
I know. So when it comes down to it, if you had to leave Ocean Shores, you just go up the street,
Right?
and stay as close as possible.
Right?
Yeah. No, I get it. That's a good answer. Or Seabrook.
Yeah, well, I would probably live outside of Seabrook. Like, it would have to be a secluded area. Like, you know, those woodsy, like that place you guys stayed in, that Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
With the view of the ocean, and
That
you're
was
in
pretty.
the woods. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're very secluded. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be perfect.
And this is coming from someone who lived in Capitol Hill, who lived like down like 10 minutes from downtown and spent so much of my time there. And now I don't think I could go back to that.
If you're liking this video, hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future videos.
My next question for you is, why did you decide to start working in real estate?
Actually, before I even got my license, it was something that was always in the back of my head, and I thought about it for a long time, and then one day I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the license, and I'm not thinking that I would even use it right away, because at that time I was very involved in what I did before. But then COVID hit, and then things started changing. We decided to move it, and it was the best time to make that switch, to just make a career change. And it just, like, all the stars aligned, and you lived out here, and we planned on moving out here, and you were already involved in real estate, and it's just kind of like everything came together in a way, and I was excited to start doing real estate. By then I had been already licensed a year, but not really using my license, so I got to do something finally that I was thinking about for a long time, and it's great. I love it. Oh, I just have one more question for you.
Okay.
And if you could take any chain store and bring it into Ocean Shores, which one would it be and why?
I would bring Trader Joe's.
I knew it.
I love like how they have just like small portions. I mean, because it's just Naro and I, and so when we go to Costco, but then we don't get everything from there because it's just us. But I love all the health food stuff. It's pretty great. Like going into Sunset Drug, I'm really surprised like how much more stuff they're bringing in there. Like the last time we went there, because there's just a lot more health food options. But I would totally. I mean, I even submitted a suggestion card into Trader Joe's to put one right next to the Sunset Drug because there's that one spot.
That would be awesome.
I know.
If they would let Trader Joe's come in here.
I know.
Oh my gosh. That would be so cool.
Because that would be like everyone in this area would use it. Everyone going to Seabrook, everyone in Ocean Shores, and that would number one would be Trader Joe's.
Speaking of which, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with Trader Joe's, but remember when we were talking about food trucks and how they should just let more food trucks come in?
Yeah.
So I guess a lot of residents have been saying the same thing. They're putting steps together to allow more food trucks in here, but there's still a little bit of a roadblock. It's a plan that's like, I guess, in the works, so hopefully they'll make it a little easier.
Hopefully they will, because in the summer when there's so many tourists, the restaurants can't handle all of it.
I know.
And so it's someone that's just coming in for the day, and it would be great for the residents, great for the tourists to not have to wait so long and put so much pressure on the restaurants.
Yeah, and they could still be local businesses.
Yeah, totally.
So we'll see. If we hear anything, we'll update you guys on that front.
There is one food truck right when you drive in the main road and you're passing the casinos on the right. Look to the left next time you're driving in through into Ocean Shores, and it's Egg Roll Express. They make delicious egg rolls. That's all they had, but I think they're adding more things to the menu, and then they're also going to be opening the restaurant where the Viet Hoa used to be.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
will they have the food truck too?
I think so.
Oh, they already have one, so maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We would love to have more restaurants here. And then there's that new Italian one that opened up.
We're going to start highlighting more of like the local restaurants and things in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, no, it was so good, and we love our Asian food, and it's really, really good. So,
I still haven't tried it. I need to
we
try
should
it.
Stop by there sometime.
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
so my last question for you is, where have you been wanting to explore around Grays Harbor, Ocean Shores, or anywhere around here, but you haven't had a chance to yet?
Westport. I haven't never been to Westport, which is crazy because we've already been here 2 years. So Westport. We just have to drive. We just have to make the time to drive out there because there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
You've been out there, so They have a mermaid museum. They have some really cool restaurants that I wanted to try out. They even have a winery, right?
Yeah, there's a lot going on over there. We're gonna have to do a field trip one of these days. And then we have some friends over there, the ladies they fish for albacore tuna and bottle it up or can it. But yeah, we'll have to go check out Westport. There's a little bit about us, and then we also just wanted to kind of touch on what to expect when working with us. So we work together as a team, and when you call, email, or sign up on our website, we kind of switch off with clients on who we're working with, but you'll always be working with both of us. So you can feel free to reach out to us with any questions about Ocean Shores, and we would love to help you if you're thinking about relocating here or purchasing a retirement home or vacation home or investment. We're here for you.
And if you're thinking about moving somewhere that's not Ocean Shores, but you need a realtor, let us know, because we know great realtors all over the United States. So definitely let us know and we can help you out that way too.
Thanks you guys for watching this video, getting to know a little bit more about us. If you have any questions for us, about us or about Ocean Shores, leave it in the comments below, or you can shoot us an email.